Hey everyone, and welcome back. I am so excited about our next guest and location because it's an iconic landmark situated right here in our own backyard. The Salty Nacoochee Indian Mound at Hardman Farm is perhaps the best known feature of Hardman Farm, our state's new historic site. The gazebo-topped mound and cow pasture is a favorite landmark in North Georgia with exceptional ties to Native American history. The house, built in 1870, was recently fully restored and made open to the public. So we're going to step back in history and learn more about the special treasure here at Hardman Farm. Okay, we're here inside the Hardman Farm Historic Site gift shop, and I'm joined with Scarlett Fuller, who is the Special Events and Marketing Coordinator here, and Clint Joyner, the Assistant Manager. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about where we are right now.
Well, we are 2 miles south of Helen, in the Salty Nacoochee Valley, and that's where the historic site is located. Our entrance is off of Highway 17, 143 Highway 17, and you'll follow Hardman Farm Road all the way back till you think you're going in the woods, and you'll eventually come to our parking lot.
Across from the Indian Mounds. Everybody knows the Indian Mound. In fact, in a minute, we're going to go outside and actually stand on the grounds of the property. But recently, you guys have undergone a lot of renovations, and you've just opened to the public. When did all this happen?
Yes, we're actually the newest state historic site in Georgia. We've been open for about 5 years now. We're growing exponentially each year, so it's really exciting time to kind of be around here.
I think it's cool that this is the newest historic site in Georgia. That's something really special to promote. And I think a lot of the reason that it's growing so much is because of the events that you're having here. Scarlett, I know that's really sort of your forte. So what all special events do you have throughout the year that bring in people?
Our biggest event just recently passed, which was Victorian Christmas.
Yeah.
That's probably our biggest annual event. Almost everybody has heard of it. If you haven't, it's where for 3 weekends in December, you can come experience kind of what a Victorian Christmas would have been like. You'll have people dressed up in 1870s outfits, and they'll be talking about what they would have done during the Christmas holidays back then here at Hardman Farm. So that's a really big event. We also have another major event in July, the last Saturday in July every year, and that's our big farm-to-table dinner. That's another very big special event. It's about for 150 people.
And does that take place outside under the trees?
It does. It takes place on the grounds under we rent a big tent that all the tables can fit under. We have live music, and then Bernie's usually caters for us.
Wow.
And then so it's a really fabulous evening. It's a very special evening.
That sounds fun. So how many staff does it take to run the site? How many of you are there?
Well, last year there were basically 3, plus 4 part-time folks who handle the hourly tours. But we have grown this year to 7 days a week and added 2 more tour guides, or docents as we call them.
Yeah.
So.
Lots of volunteer effort, I guess, goes into keeping this up. What are the hours of tours?
Our hours on our tours are 10 to 3 o'clock. Our gift shop is open, and our visitor center is open till 4 daily. So there's no 4 o'clock tour, but there is a 3 o'clock tour.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to take a walk outside and check out the property. So let's head outside. Okay. We're here in front of the beautiful historic home. Can you tell us a little bit about when this was built?
Yeah, it was completed in 1870 by Captain James Nichols. A lot of people aren't familiar necessarily with James Nichols. When Captain Nichols was going out and about around the area, found the waterfalls just north of here, a couple miles north, and named the falls after his daughter, Anna Ruby. So Anna Ruby Falls is named after the girl that lived here.
That's pretty cool. And she plays a role in the Victorian Christmas.
She does.
There is that character.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the house has been restored on the inside. All of the rooms and all of the fixtures are all true to the time.
Yes, they are accurate to the time period. We do have some original pieces dating back to the Nichols, and a little bit later the Hardman time period, and artifacts dating back to that time.
And we're not going to go inside because we want you guys to come and visit and go on one of the tours, and then you can see the inside of the house because I've been in it and it's pretty spectacular. Definitely worth it. But I want to talk for a minute about Indian Mound or gazebo, and everybody stops and takes a picture here.
Yes.
But I want to know the story behind the gazebo on top of it.
Yes, it's actually the second most photographed landmark in the state of Georgia
Wow,
behind Stone
that's
Mountain.
pretty cool.
And there were several mounds in the Salty Nacoochee Valleys. This is one of the few that remain because of that gazebo that was on top. Most people were clearing the mounds to make room for their farmland, but they built the gazebo on top as basically a break station for the surrounding farm area. Captain Nichols built it up top, so it was a place for the farmers and the workers to be able to go to essentially take a break. And that's basically the thing that has saved it and allowed it to stand the test of time through the years.
So, what's in the mound?
There's actually an excavation that took place in the 19 teens. Dr. Hardman had some folks from the Smithsonian come down and they did a partial excavation of the mound. They found basically pottery fragments and different artifacts. Those were located, tagged, and they are currently in the possession of the Smithsonian.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
Yes.
See what you learn by coming to places like
Learn
this?
something new every day.
You do. Also, you guys have done something new that I have not experienced yet, and that is the Helen to Hardman Farm Heritage Trail. What can you tell us about that?
So the Helen to Hardman Heritage Trail is completely ADA accessible. It's 0.8 of a mile one way, so about 1.6 miles round trip if you go out and back from our visitor center. Along it, there's interpretive panels. There's a fun little scene you can stick your head through and take a picture of the kind of the Hardman family in a beautiful antique car. And then really beautiful is the Normill overlook. So you can actually stand where the dam is at Normill. You're right across the river from it. It's very beautiful. It follows the Chattahoochee River the entire way. So we're really proud and excited about the trail.
So it starts here on the site, and then how far out does it go?
It goes 0.8 of a mile all the way into the south side of Helen.
Okay. So you can ride your bike.
Yes.
It's paved.
It's paved the whole way, yes. And you can ride your bike or walk your dog or roller skate, whatever.
And it's open year round. You don't have to, anybody can just park and get on it, ride bikes, walk, push strollers, whatever.
Correct. It's open basically from dawn to dusk every day.
Well, that's a nice feature to have.
Yes.
All right, so we mentioned inside about volunteers and how, a lot of what you guys do is driven by volunteers. If there's anybody out there watching who might want to get involved, how can they find out more?
They can call the site and ask to speak to either one of us. Just give us their phone number and email address, and we're happy to discuss with them all the different volunteer opportunities that we have here for sure.
Okay, and you guys have a Facebook page that has amazing photos on it, so I would encourage everybody to go. It's the Hardman Farm Historic Site on Facebook, right? And then also the website.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody go on Facebook, like these guys, like all the events that they've got coming up. What's the next thing coming up?
We have Remarkable Women of Georgia and Hardman Farm program coming up on March the 28th.
Okay.
That'll be our next thing. And then we have a big Fire and Shine dinner coming up also in April. You can check out all of our events on Facebook or on our website. It's gastateparks.org/Hardman Farm.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being part of the show and letting us here on the property. And I do have to say, I envy your view. You have an amazing view of Mount Yonah right there, and but appreciate all the work that you guys have put into restoring the site and the events and the excitement that you're bringing to the area. So we will be right back.